John Wilson, just want to let you know we're entering the reserve at Little Eturi Forest. Over.
Come down first, Simba One. Keep your eyes open and drive carefully. You should see lots of animals.
Raja, look to the left, there's ghosts of the forest. The orange animals up there are bongos. They get the nickname Ghosts of the Forest because they're rarely ever seen. These gray antelopes with the bongos are greater kudus. And look at the baby with the horns on his head. That's right, it's a boy. And when he's fully grown, he'll weigh about 750 pounds. Out to the right side, there's a couple of okapis in the distance. But looking at the stripes, you might think they're related to zebras, but they're actually the only known relative of a giraffe. Yeah, look at the head. Very similar in shape to a giraffe's head. They even have the long tongue. In fact, the okapi's tongue is so long, it can lick its own ear. Alright, keep those cameras right by the watering hole here on the left. And if you look across, that's why there's a black rhino on the other side. Let's keep going a little further up here and get a closer view. That rhino weighs about 3,000 pounds, and it can charge up to 35 miles per hour. That's pretty quick for an animal that size. Now with an inch thick hide, it's nearly indestructible. It only has one predator, and sadly it's man. Because the poachers hunting so many for their horns, there's now less than 4,200 left in the world. Hey, we're lucky to see two of them right here. Check it out. Alright gang, keep your eyes open for any other animals out here. Now, if at any time you see something before I do, it's okay to point it out. You can use the wildlife spotting out above to identify the ones you're not familiar with.
Here, take that.
Alright, let's go head up to Safi River. That river's a really good spot to see Nile hippos. We usually have good luck seeing them in the water out here. At birth, they weigh 85 pounds. Full-grown males can tip the scales at about 5,000 pounds. But just because they're very big doesn't mean they're always easy to see. They can hold their breath for up to 8 minutes. So look carefully in the water out here. You never know when or where a hippo's going to pop up. They spend all day in the water. They come out at night to eat. Each night they eat about 150 pounds of vegetation. It's a lot of salad. And then again, 5,000 pounds, that's a lot of hippo. Oh yeah, I see some hippos over here on the left side. Look right here in the water. There's one completely submerged. There's another one that's partially submerged. A lot of pink-backed pelicans too. They'll get together in groups and chase fish to shallow water, and it makes it easier for them to eat them. Alright, looks like we got a pretty good view. There's some more hippos on the other side of the island here. Check it out, man. There's tons of hippos in these waters. Alright, let's go a little further up the river. I wonder what other animals we'll see out here.
Oh, there's another one.
Yep, that's one of our wildlife researchers. There's so much you can learn from the animals just by observing them. Alright, looks like we're about to cross over this really old bridge. So make sure you please stay completely seated, because down below I see Nile crocodiles. And these crocodiles are extremely dangerous. They will snap their jaws shut with a pressure of 1,200 pounds per square inch. Now that, my friends, is enough power to crush the bones of their prey with very little effort. They're pretty big too. They grow to be about 18 to 20 feet long. Now that's as long as a giraffe is tall.
Simba One, come in.
Hey, this is Simple One. Go ahead, Wilson. Over.
Just wanted to let you know that by ground control has been a lot of elephant activity near the red places. You definitely want to check out that area.
Right on, man. Thanks for the heads up. Over. Alright, well, before I head up that way, first land in the savannah. It's a much different ecosystem. And speaking of different, over here on the right is a baobab tree. They're also known as upside-down trees because the branches look a lot like roots. Yep. Alright, over here as we make this turn, we're going to see one of the best views on the reserve. And check it out. These Serengeti grasslands stretch for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It serves as a superhighway for millions of migrating animals each year, like those wildebeest up ahead. It's also home year-round. There's some of the more famous animals like lions and elephants. This is the wild Africa we're working to conserve. And you see the wildebeest back there to the right? Yeah, those are white-bearded wildebeest. They're part of one of the largest migrations on Earth. About 1.5 million migrate across the plains of Africa each year. All the little gazelles you see out here on the right side, those are Thompson's gazelles. But nobody in Africa calls them Thompson's gazelles. They're called Tommies. Tommies! Over on the other side, I think we'll get a pretty good view of them. Yeah. All these animals that live in the savannah shape and maintain its unique look. Now, for example, what kind of animal do you think might have knocked over all these big trees? Elephants, that's right. They're like big giant bulldozers. They just knock over trees so they can eat the leaves. And who do you think trims under the tops of trees?
Giraffes.
Giraffes, right. They're like big giant pruning shears. They'll trim under the tops of trees, which is pretty much why there's no leaves for about the first 20 feet up. Larger antelopes, they're like lawnmowers. They mow down all the tall grasses. And the little nibblers like the gazelles there and warthogs, they'll trim up the edges. So in a balanced habitat, everybody's got enough to eat. Now even termites do their part too. See these big cones of earth up ahead? It's their homes, termite mounds. When they're really big like this, elephants will use them as scratching posts. And these things are so hard, they can actually support their weight. And over time, as they get worn down, they become lookout points for the smaller antelopes. They'll jump up on top of them. That would keep an eye out for predators. You never know when a predator might be hiding in the tall grass. Speaking of tall, look up on a hill to the left. All the way back to behind some of the trees, I just spotted a giraffe. It's really hard to see right now. We might have to go back a little bit further. I see a little movement back there. Yeah, we'll try to point it out again if we can get a better view a little bit later here. There's the Tommies again up out on the right. Now they're so tiny they look like babies, don't they? Well, they're not. Those are actually full-grown adults. They only weigh 60 pounds at most. Look at that thing. Oh, the ones with the big horns? Those are Ankole cattle. Guess how long the horns are? Very long. Yep, they're about 5 to 6 feet long and 20 inches around at the base. And if you can't really say Ankole, it's okay. You can also call them Watusi cattle. That's another name for them. The Watusi tribe was the first tribe to domesticate them. So they're also known by that name. There's another view of the wildebeest out to the right. Here's the Ankole cattle. And also there's a big giant tan antelope all in bed out there at about 11 o'clock. That's a Patterson's eland. And elands are the largest antelopes in the world. Full-grown males weigh a ton, literally 2,000 pounds, and they'll stand 6 feet tall just at the shoulder. But the coolest thing about them, they have a standing vertical jump of 10 feet. That's right, so at a standstill, they'll jump 10 feet straight in the air. There's a giraffe again on the left. See up on the hill?
Yeah.
See the pattern on the body? Its head's in the trees right now. You can just see its backside.
Yeah.
And by looking at that pattern, I can tell it's a reticulated giraffe. They get the name from the Latin word reticulato, which means net. It refers to the net-like pattern on its body. See, it's got brown and white patches on it. Not for nothing, but who would have thought it'd be hard to spot a 20-foot tall animal, huh?
Let's see the back
Let's
side.
get a view of the elands out here on the right side. And I think right now we're going to head up to Monkey Point. If we're lucky, we might get to spot some mandrills.
This is Wilson. What is your location? Over.
Hey, Wilson, we're heading up to Monkey Point. Over.
Keep your eyes open for me. We picked up a baby elephant that was wandering off on its own. We can't find the mother. I'm afraid poachers may be in the reserve.
Roger that, sir. I will keep my eyes open for you. Over. And look on the left side. There's a mandrill, the world's most colorful monkey. Look right in the rocks here in a little cave. There's a few of them back there. See the bright colors on its face. Look at that big guy down there. Alpha males can weigh up to 100 pounds. While you're checking them out, I'm going to work on his radio. Sometimes I'll pick up frequencies here. There we go. Sounds like news. Hey, let me see if I can find my favorite music station for you. Wait. Ah, here we go. Found it. WILD, right here. Oh, there's an elephant hiding up there in the corner. Not the greatest view, so we're going to go a little further into elephant country right now. See if we can maybe catch up to an entire herd. Oh man, there goes the radio. That means we're getting pretty deep into elephant country. Hey, we should be getting close to those red clay pigs. Remember earlier, Wilson said that his ground patrol said elephant activity out that way. Let's go ahead and cross our fingers. Hopefully they're still hanging around. Zebras to the left.
Up there, see one?
No, I've always wondered, how fast does a zebra have to run before it looks gray? Oh, here we are on the red clay pits, and look at all the tusk marks out here. The elephants like to eat the clay. It helps provide them with additional vitamins and minerals. Hey, I see a young elephant calf all the way out to the left in the distance. All right, let's keep going and see if we can get a closer view. And a calf, it'll live with its mother for about 13 to 15 years. Now that's the second longest childhood of any mammal. It's actually second to us. Only humans will live with their mothers for up to 35 years. During this time of mom, the baby's learning where to find food and water and how to get along with other elephants. It learns those behaviors by mimicking mom, meaning that they copy whatever she does. It's also why Wilson was concerned about finding that baby on its own. Even on reserves, they're still being targeted by poachers for their tusks. So to protect all these elephants, we've invited scientists here to study their vocal communication. By studying the vocal patterns, we're learning how to interact with each other. We're also learning what we can do to protect them. Great view of the herd. Now you see how they're covered with a lot of dirt? They're very sensitive to the sun's UV rays and they get sunburned pretty easily, so they just throw dirt on top of their backs. It's called dust bathing, and it's a natural form of sunblock. Up ahead I see a flock of greater flamingos. They are the lightest shade of pink of all flamingo species. In fact, when they hatch, they're not even pink, they're gray. They eat a lot of brine shrimp, which is high in keratin, and it's the keratin that turns them pink. Now I'll set you up for a really cool picture if you want. Go ahead and zoom out a little bit on your camera. You want to get the flamingos here in the foreground, and the baobab tree we just passed in the background. Those of you in the front half of the truck will get a good view of what I'm talking about right about now. Click. Those of you in the back half of the truck. Click. Whoa, white rhinos are bad to the left. We'll go a little further up here and get a closer view of them. But they are one of Africa's greatest success stories. They were hunted to the brink of extinction for their horns. But thanks to conservation efforts and anti-poaching laws, their numbers have been brought up to much more sustainable levels. Hey, as soon as we get a little closer, they're really not white in color. They get the name from the Afrikaans word "weit." It means wide. It refers to their wide mouth. Look at their mouth, really wide.
I see you at the junction. I suggest you go west. It will be worth it.
Roger that, Wilson. Heading west in just a moment. Thanks for the heads up. Over. Hey, look up on the hill to the left. All the way back there in the woods, there's a cheetah. See it laying up to the trees? Flip its tail around a little bit. And if you're having trouble spotting, ask your name for help, man. As cheetahs are the fastest land animals, they can sprint up to 70 miles per hour. And since it's a daytime hunter, we're going to start heading west like Wilson suggested. I wonder what it sees up ahead anyways.
I think I got him. I mean, I saw him, but...
Oh, I think I see what he's looking at. Look up on the left-hand side, on the edge of the copies here, there's a lion. See him right below the tree? Really not surprised he's lying around. No, it does that for about 18 to 20 hours a day. I think I spotted another one right next to him there, a little closer to the tree. Might be a lioness. Yep, there's another one back there. Now, who does more of the hunting for pride, the males or females?
Females.
Females, correct. They do most of their hunting at night. Their night vision is 6 times better than ours. Here's a pretty good view of him. Out for the count.
Mufasa.
Say it again.
Mufasa.
What's that? Oh, they'll wake up when they're hungry.
Yeah.
That's why we keep moving. Not bad. I see some ostrich eggs. Now keep an eye out for those birds. They usually don't stray far from them. But those are the largest. Oh, there it is actually. Their eggs are the largest bird eggs in the entire animal kingdom. Each one weighs about 3 pounds. And there's the ostrich itself. Even though it has feathers and wings, it can't fly, but it can run up to 40 miles an hour. The brown antelopes laying down here are Bontabox, and you probably want to get their picture. It's probably going to be the only chance you'll get to see one. They're so endangered, there's none left in the wild. They're only found on the reserves. They were nearly hunted to extinction back in the 19th century.
There are poachers in the area. Can you help us cut them off?
All right, gang, it sounds like we got a little poacher problem. What do you say? Do you want to help Wilson?
Yeah.
All right, Wilson, count us in. The cavalry is on the way. Over. Oh man, this is not good. This master these gates trying to escape out of the reserve. All right, sit back and hang on tight. We're gonna follow out of here. It's gonna get really bumpy. Wilson, we're leaving the reserve. Which way are the poachers heading? Over.
The poachers are heading east. Keep going, and you drive them to my control. Over.
Roger that, Wilson. We're heading east. Over. All right, gang, keep your eyes open. If you see poachers, let me know. Oh man, I hope we're not too late. Gotta be around here somewhere. Alright, look behind the trees, look at the bushes. Oh, get down, it's an ambush! You guys okay? Oh no, we can't let them get away. Hang on. We'll cut them off from the head by their camp. Alright, Wilson, we got the poachers on the run. We're gonna cut them off at their camp here and... Wait a minute. Oh no. Wilson, there's no one here. I lost them.
Oh, not to worry. You drop them right into my patrol.
Alright, man, that's great news. Crisis averted.
The poachers ran, but they won't get far. We located the mother elephant. Thanks to you, they are now both safe. Asante sana, everyone.
Caribou Sana. I'm just glad the elephants are alright.
I have to go now. We have to get this baby elephant back to its mother.
Hey, I'll give you a hand with that. Give me just a moment and I'll be right there. Over. Alright, gang, I'm going to help the wardens get the baby elephant back to mom, so let me drop you off at the nearest warden post. I do want to tell you, Asante Sana. That's why I give you a thank you. Thank you very much for helping us protect our precious wildlife. And wherever you live, there's always ways you can help protect your local wildlife as well. I hope you had a great time today, and thank you for choosing Kilimanjaro Safaris. Please come back soon. No two safaris are ever the same. Now, if you want to get some more close animal encounters, I do recommend that you check out the Pangani Forest Trail. Over there you can see a lot of great animals like gorillas, meerkats, and maybe some naked mole rats. Alright, this is going to be your stop up ahead. Now it'll be a pretty good time to start checking those seats and net bags. Make sure you don't leave anything behind. And trust me when I say double check your seats, a lot of times wallets and cell phones tend to bounce out of pockets. But as soon as that post up ahead clears up, I will be able to get you on your way.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Got my sunglasses?
Man, I was bounce.
Yeah. You do that in the back.
It's cool that we ended up in the back though, because I think we got a good view.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Now, one last thing before we head out of here. Here in Harambe, we don't say goodbye to our friends. Instead, we use